I'm Mike Shea. I'm an estimator here at Rocco's Collision.
Mike, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Bordentown, New Jersey. It's a little town just on the edge of Burlington County and Mercer County up toward Trenton.
Yeah? What's it like?
It's a real small internet town. It's really small town. My dad grew up there since like the 1940s, but the rest of my family is from New York. So my grandfather was in the military. That's where they ended up living. So my family's been in Bordentown for over 60 years at this point.
Okay, military family.
Yeah, my dad was in the military for 26 years. He was a reservist in the United States Navy. My grandfather served in World War II, the Korean War.
Wow.
He was the highest. My grandfather was the highest ranking enlisted officer in the state of New Jersey. He was a sergeant major in the Air National Guard.
So was there pressure in the house about going to the Army, Mike?
There wasn't so much pressure about going into the Army or the Navy, but it was, if it was something that we wanted to do, it wasn't something that was said no to.
Okay, great. Man, because I know some families, it's like, you're going to do this, and they have your whole destiny lined up.
There wasn't so much a destiny lined up. It was more that my parents were really big on education. We wanted to make sure that all of us got a great education, and my brother and my sister and I, we all do have college degrees. That was my biggest thing with my mom, because my mom did have some opportunities in her life that she wasn't able to take without having the education. So the biggest thing with her was us having to go to college and make something of ourselves, whether we liked the college or not, was to get that piece of paper, because she always said that piece of paper is going to open doors.
And what do you do here at Rocco's?
Well, working as an estimator, we handle every estimate that comes through the door, whether it be through an insurance company or for someone who just needs an estimate because their neighbor backed into their car. Once the vehicle does get on the premises and we're going to start repairs, we have our estimate, we write an accurate estimate, we order the parts. We don't wait for people to get us parts. We don't have parts delays at Rocco's. If we can't get the part the next day, we'll find another vendor. So that being said, we want our cars to come through the shop. We want to have almost perfect estimates. We want to have a perfect repair and get the car back to our customers as soon as we can. That's our process. And what I do here is I just facilitate the estimates and I get the parts through so that our technicians don't have to stop. They don't wait for anything, and we get the cars back to our customers.
Mike, you're a real person, real people. What are you doing when you're not at Rocco's? What does Mike like to do off the clock?
Off the clock, I'm really big into home improvement. I've been working on my house for the past 4 years. It's a long process, but you can only do so much at a time. Working on the house. I'm a season ticket holder for the Phillies, so we've had a good 6 years here. I love going to Phillies games. I love sports in general. If we get chances to go to sporting events, me and my wife, we go. Flyers, Eagles, Sixers, try and go as much as we can. And then, I have a dog playing with the pup at night. he torments my wife every day, but just being around family. I mean, but that's the biggest part. You don't want to work to live. You want to live to work. So just trying to enjoy yourself outside of here, because we do put a big commitment in here. It's not a 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 job, and we're here 6:30, 6:45 in the morning, get home 6:30 at night. So
one thing I'm not cutting you off, Mike. One thing I have noticed at Rocco's is the customer service. I always compare. If I can say this, not really compare, but in fast food, I've never saw customer service like I do at Chick-fil-A. Great chicken, great customer service, makes you want to come back, and that's what I've noticed here, like customer service. Right?
Well, these customers, not only do they choose us for the repair, we don't want to have the customer come one time. If someone comes through the door one time and then they never come back, then we failed them, because obviously they weren't happy with us as people. The repairs speak for themselves. We're going to fix the cars. They're going to be great repairs. But the people have to trust us that the next time it happens, if it ever happens again, they want to call us because they had a great experience the first time. They trust that we're on their side and have their best interests in mind to get their cars back to them in a proper fashion.